Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm building another weird shape build, and I think you can already start to tell what it is supposed to be. It's supposed to be puzzle pieces, and I just modeled it after some like rendered puzzle pieces that I found, and I first did like one that has two inside pieces and two outside pieces on like the same sides almost, and then another puzzle piece on top that has like the inside and the outside pieces on the opposite sides. So there's two different variations of the puzzle pieces. And then I colored one piece entirely in green and the other one in like a bright blue color that is quite striking, I think. And then I wasn't quite sure what to make with the roof, but I decided that the green one would have a green roof and the blue one would have a black roof. And in the back area, I made like an edge puzzle piece that has like two outies again, and I don't think it looks as realistic a puzzle piece as the building puzzle pieces, but it's close enough, and I couldn't make it any more realistic because it's way smaller than the building puzzle pieces, so yeah, it was fine, I think. And I put down some benches in the back area, and I decided to make it into a library. So I needed a separate toilet area, so that's what I'm doing now. And I just modeled one bathroom or toilet area, and I copied it to fill the whole area. And I did two other bathrooms with kids' toilets in there as well. So the toddlers can also come here if you want to bring your toddlers. And I put down some mirrors, and of course also sinks. And then I was finished with the bathroom. I just needed to put down some more plants because it made it look a little bit more lively and normal, I think. I don't know. And then I put down the flooring and the wallpaper inside as well. And I went for a wood flooring just because I could. And I then put down some bookcases downstairs, and I used the bookcases that are quite square looking, and I actually think they look quite realistic for a library, but I don't like the color swatches all that much. I think the one that I used is the only one that you can actually really use at all. The other two are like an orange and a red, and it just looks a little bit strange, so I don't like using it. And the one that I am using is also not the favorite, the one that I like the most. So yeah, I don't use that particular bookcase all that often, but it made the most sense. And of course I did a few runs of bookcases downstairs just to have enough books in the library. And I also put down a bunch of armchairs so people can sit and read downstairs. And the other tables are like group working tables or just tables where you can talk a little bit. And I put those downstairs as well. And I stuck with the color scheme that I had. So I used another bright blue chair, and I also used white armchairs because I didn't want to use too much bright blue, because there is a swatch that is quite close to the swatch for the walls that I used, but it just was a little bit too much, so I decided to make it white. And then upstairs I decided, except for the computer area and for the group working area, I put down all the other skill building items that are there. So I put down a bunch of music instruments and also the painting area, so the painter's easels, and I even put down the microscope and the card tables and the gaming pads. So there's everything in there. So you can basically do any skill, I think, at least there, and perfect it if you want to. So yeah, it's quite useful, the library, I think. But here I waited until later And as you can see, I even put down some windows inside because I really wanted every area to have like the cutout to the downstairs area and see it. And I mainly separated the spaces because I didn't want the people that play music to irritate the ones that are on the computers and so on. So yeah, I needed to separate the areas upstairs, but I didn't want anyone to lose like the open feel to it. So that's why I put down windows inside as well. And I use the windows that get bigger if you use them on the diagonal. So yeah, I really like using them if I have any diagonal walls, and I had a bunch of them there. And then I went to the rug section and put down rugs wherever I needed them, or I thought there needed to be a pop of color anywhere. So yeah, I put that down. And yeah, I went through the decorations, and whenever I thought, okay, that made sense to have somewhere, I put it down. I especially like the clutter decoration tab, so the third to last, because there's a bunch of like books and other items that really make sense. So I used them a bunch, and I went through the other categories and just didn't put anything down oftentimes. So I didn't put in a fireplace, for example, because it didn't make sense, and so on. But for the curtains, I put down a bunch of them. I just wanted to have them, and I decided to size them down a little bit for a lot of the windows because they didn't make sense otherwise. They would have been too large. And then I covered every window with them. I don't really like those curtains because I think they stick too far from the wall. But in this case, I was happy enough with them because I wanted something like that. And the blinds that we have otherwise are even worse. So I decided on those. And they are quite plain white, so I like that as well. And then I went to the plants, and I put down plants wherever there was like a corner that was quite empty and needed something there. So yeah, I put those plants down, and I also put the trays down in the painter's room, and I also put down some more rugs, and I also went to the lighting section and put some lights, desk lights on the computer desks, and then I put down some standing lights, and I was finished with the build. Now you can see some screenshots of the build. I hope you like it. You can download it from the gallery. My ID is TGGSims, same as my YouTube channel name. I also hope that you liked the video and will consider pressing the thumbs up button and subscribing. Thanks very much for watching, and have a great week. Bye!